Good morning!
It's Feel Good Friday. We would like to apologize for starting a bit late today, but hey, don't you worry. We've got all the goodies for you guys.
Yes.
Welcome. It's Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. You know you could stream this show live on tvcentertainment.tv or on Facebook at TVC Connect, or catch us on GOTV channel 29 or UHF channel 49, because we have all the exclusives today, including the sports headlines, scores, updates, results, everything with the big games is going to be happening later on with Mike.
Yes, indeed. And what you wear is how you present yourself. This is what I always tell people. Now, especially in today's world, Joseph Ejiro, he's a sustainable luxury women's wear and men's wear fashion house CEO. He'll be here and we'll be talking about some of his designs and all his efforts. It's fantastic. Welcome. My name is Mazino Appeal, and this is the news on Wake Up Nigeria. We are starting in Nigeria's capital, where it's now 1 week after the Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority apologized to residents in the FCT over the reappearance of fuel queues. But up to this point, it appears nothing has changed. Now, the queues at fueling stations are getting longer, with residents spending more time before getting access to once available products. Celestina Area reports.
The reappearing queues in the FCT have always been explained by the authorities, who have always been quick to assure that there is an abundance of fuel in storage. The Northern Chapped Hub, Ipman, had embarked on a warning strike on 2 different occasions to demand the payment of their bridging claims, and these had led to fuel queues in the FCT and its environs. But the reappearance of the present queues in the FCT and its environs is very peculiar, as it has nothing to do with the petroleum industry players. The queues were occasioned by the flood happening in down southern parts of the country, making it difficult to move petroleum products up north. The recent floods in some states in the country have directly affected the supply of petroleum products to other states. The flooding of the bridge served as the quickest route from the down south to the up north made the movement of goods and services difficult. But the water have since receded in Lokoja, and yet the queues in the FCT have only grown longer. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority apologized to FCT residents for the inconveniences this may be causing.
We should apologize to Nigerians. We should not have to queue for 2 hours, 3 hours, in your own case an hour and a half to buy fuel. So with the flooding in Lokoja, trucks, Lokoja is the shortest direct route from Lagos and Warri to Abuja and North Central and Northwest.
It is exactly 1 week after the apology was tendered, yet there is no end in sight for the situation. A tour around the FCT shows that most fuel stations are operational, but with very long queues.
Here for almost 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yes.
So do you know why you have to wait for 2 hours today?
Because I have to queue because the cars are many.
The queue was moving, so I entered.
I leave my house by 4 a.m. to come and join queue. Before we get, it should be that kind after 12 to 1.
Some filling station owners outside the city centers are taking advantage of the situation to sell above the regulated pump price of 175 naira per litre. They go as far as selling 185 to 250 naira per litre. These, the authorities say that they will investigate and the perpetrators will be brought to book. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.
Chef C is here with me this beautiful Friday morning, and we're putting together something really special for the weekend. Chef C, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Okay, so now tell me, I can see you're chopping away. What exactly are we making this morning?
Yeah, we're actually making okobusem afang. It's actually different.
Slow down, slow down. We're making what?
Okobusem.
Okobusem afang.
Great.
Okay, so now what is the difference between this and our regular afang soup that we know?
Yeah, the difference is just in the method.
Okay.
Method makes it different because this is the really Calabar way of making afang. Typical Calabar.
Okay, the other one is remix, Abi?
Remix.
Remix or mirix.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what exactly do we need to bring this to life?
Okay, so we put the proteins, just chop them and put inside the water.
The water,
That's
okay.
all. Like after you produce the stock.
Okay.
So it is the stock that you use the water leaf. After the water leaf, then the afang himself.
Okay.
That's all.
And that's it. So we just put every other thing inside. So here we have water leaf, right?
Water leaf,
yeah.
dry fish, fresh pepper, afang, That is the
crayfish, yes.
Then a seasoning cube. Then goat's
meat. I know this is the
native one.
The native one, right? And they said this is goat's meat you actually use for afang soup. Okay,
Sure.
and of course we have our red oil.
The red oil. Then a
stockfish,
gari, and pomo, onions,
pepper, and some salt to taste. Amazing. Okay, so I see you're already chopping the peppers because we actually need to be quick on this one. Another thing I love about afang soup is that it doesn't take time.
It's actually 5 minutes.
5 minutes, and it's ready.
Yep.
Once every other thing is set.
Yep.
That's super great, and I'm sure you definitely want to try this out. But then again, it's the top of the hour, so we definitely have to go right now and start all over again. But we'll actually leave Chef C to literally do all of this magic up in here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome back. Now, one of my favorite segments on Wake Up Nigeria is the fashion segment. And today, we have a world where we have to sort of present ourselves to the world in a certain light, especially when it comes to fashion. Joseph Ejiro is with us today, a sustainable luxury women's wear and menswear fashion house CEO. And he has some of his designs to show us. In 2009, Ejiro presented his first ever collection of 10 pieces at the Plato Fashion Week, and since then has jumped forward in leaps and bounds. It's great to have you here.
Same here.
All right, so Joseph, I'm going to talk a little bit about your women's wear first.
Okay.
A lot of amazing flowing fabrics, distinct colors, not too many patterns.
Okay.
Where do you get your major inspiration from?
Basically, I get my major, especially from my women's wear line, I get my major inspiration from women. The fluidity of women really, really inspires me a lot. And I love that about women.
Okay.
I'm more particular about women's wear a lot because when it comes to Nigeria, women are less conservative when it comes to fashion than men. So I'm very, very artistic person, and the woman's body is like a canvas for me to just do whatever I want to do and still make it wearable as fashion.
I was going to touch on that because there's a lot of couture out there right now that a lot of people don't really consider wearable. They consider costume-like.
Yes.
But you've found a fine line between the two.
Yes, that's basically what I do. That's my niche, basically. I find a way to translate art into wearable fashion. I find a way to make sure that, okay, you can look at a piece, a Joseph Ejiro piece, and say, oh, this is very, very avant-garde. And then take a second look and say, okay, this is something I can actually wear to an event. You can actually pick a particular occasion, you can wear any of my pieces too.
Okay, so you know, if different fashion designers take different angles with regards African fashion.
Yes.
I have seen some little notes of Africa in your pieces, especially with the types of models you use.
Yes.
But have you ever been tempted to go maybe international or just stick to African fabrics?
I always find a way to have a mix of both.
Okay.
To be able to use African inspiration and interpret it in such a way that it is consumable internationally, globally. So that's basically what I try to do.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fabulous. I'm wondering how it all started. I mentioned 2009 was your first fashion show, but it must have been quite a journey before then. Right?
Yeah, right from when I was a child, I used to play with dolls and hand-stitch dresses on them.
Wow.
And I used to sketch.
Interesting.
I do sketch. I would sketch dresses. Then my first year in university, I graduated from University of Jos. My first year in university, there was this classmate of mine that was going through my notebook, and she saw some sketches, and she was like, hey, Drew, you can actually pursue this.
Wow.
You can actually do something with this. And it was just a hobby for me.
Wow.
So this is something that I thought I would do in the future. So she was like, and I was like, okay, maybe. And then she told me, oh, I and my fiancé were planning to organize a fashion show very soon in Jos, and would you like to be involved? I was like, yeah. That was when I was able to put together my first collection for the fashion show.
Amazing. And part of the collection for this year, the name of the collection for this year is?
Manus S. Machina.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
But I want us to see part of it. We have some models here with us. Can we have model number 1, please? All right. So this is a really bold yellow.
Yes.
This lace, talk to us about this piece.
Okay. This was Actually, I made this dress in like 2 days.
Wow, really?
It was a last-minute decision when I was trying to put together a collection for a show that I was doing.
Okay.
So it was basically inspired by the woman's body. I was trying to find a way to walk around the curves of the body and then have it flowy down.
So you have a sweetheart neckline, you have a
Yes.
corset in
Yes.
there, and then you have some kind of A-line.
Yes, A-line. And then I hand embellished crystals on them too.
Okay, so what is the hardest part of putting together a piece like this?
The hand embellishments.
Okay.
Yes, that's the hardest part. We had sleepless nights working on it at the studio and embellishing it and all that. So that's usually the hardest part.
So usually when you use a fabric like this, you have a certain person in mind, or you're thinking of a certain type of figure in mind.
There are several women that inspire me a lot, but number one is Beyonce. So she's my major inspiration when it comes to a woman. I've always admired her since she was in Destiny's Child and all that. So whenever I'm dressing, I'm making a dress, I'm thinking, okay, how would Beyonce, how would this look on Beyonce? So like then there's Rihanna, there are other women that I find very inspiring.
All right, well, you mentioned embellishments,
Yes.
right? Is that like a signature for you? Must you embellish to make something stand out?
Not really. I don't feel like as a creative director, as an artistic person, I don't feel like there's anything that's particular that I have to do to stand out. I feel like there are a lot of things I can actually do. So it depends on what I'm making. I can decide I want to go with embellishment. I can decide I want to go with embroidering. I can decide I want to go with details, bold details and all that with the same fabric without having to embellish or embroider anything.
I'm learning a lot from you here. Now let's see model number 2 and what she has on. All right, so this has an interesting flow.
Yes.
What is this fabric in front called? The pink?
It's called accordion.
Accordion?
Yes.
It has like a bouncy flow to it?
Yes, it has a bouncy flow. But the bouncy flow was actually, it's not really bouncy. I had to mix it with a particular chemical.
Oh.
Yes, that gives it the stiffness. So because the fabric is actually pleated, so it's, as far as it's stiff, it's going to be bouncy because it's pleated.
I love the sleeve. What fabric do you use on the sleeve?
That's organza.
Organza.
Yes.
Organza. So the fabric in front reminds me of crepe.
Yes.
Crepe paper.
Yes.
It has like a paper-like feel.
Yes, it has a paper-like feel. It's actually a normal, regular taffeta fabric, taffeta accordion fabric.
Okay.
But because of the chemicals I used to mix it, it has that feel of that paper feel, as if it's a paper.
I've seen quite a few pictures of your work. It feels like a signature, this accordion fabric.
Yes. For this collection, it was a signature for the collection, for this collection in particular.
So I'm loving the way it moves. I'm loving the way it looks very comfortable.
Yes, it is.
And it feels like she can just move so easily with it.
Yes, she can actually.
And then I can see it makes it look like a flower, like a walking flower.
Yes.
But I wouldn't have put stripes on the sleeve though. I'm thinking about those stripes. I'm not sure. I'm not a big fan of stripes.
There's something about stripes though.
Okay.
Especially when they're horizontal, they have a way of slimming the figure.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, so that's the reason to do stripes.
Yes.
You've given me a very good reason to do stripes. I'm loving the way it looks. And there's something about flowers that makes you feel like being fruitful.
Yes.
You know, and having a positive energy, growth.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for coming to show us pieces
welcome.
of your collection.
Thank you.
Joseph Ejiro is amazing. You know, from 2009 till now, it feels like a lot has happened.
Yes.
Do you have any message for any young designer out there who's probably struggling right now?
Keep trying. Keep trying. Don't give up. That's basically the message. Keep trying. The industry is a very, very competitive industry. It's very few designers actually make it to the top, but you just have to keep pushing. And please, one of the things I do not joke with is never lose your art. You never lose your art for commercial success. Find a way to be able to balance the artistic aspect of your creativity with commercial success. You can be able to sell art and still make a lot of money.
Amen to that. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Joseph
Sue. Thank you for
Ejiro
having me.
there. Honestly, that was a fun fashion segment.
Thank
And
you very much.
I'm gonna, yeah, that stripe message there. I'm gonna take heed
Yeah,
of
you
that one.
should.
I will.
You should.
I will. All right then. So we are still moving on with the show, and we have Winnie in the kitchen with Chef C.
Yes, of course. We're still here with Chef C making our afang soup. So you forgive me and that preamble to the name. Let's go again.
Okop usem afang.
Okop usem afang.
Right.
Okay, so we have the water leaf and it's all chopped up, and I love how green it's looking. So what do we have in our pot right there?
Yeah, the proteins, the
Our goat meat, yes.
stockfish,
Stockfish,
pomo, and the dry fish.
Basically, just all the fleshy things.
Yep.
And then what did you use to garnish that out to?
Seasoning cube, pepper.
Pepper.
Then
The
onions.
yellow pepper, right?
Yeah, yellow
And then the onions, of course. And we have the water on the fire as
Yes,
well. So
for
now,
garlic.
what next do we do?
So you just pack the water leaf and put inside.
Okay.
You know, yep.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the basic.
Okay, because the goat's meat was already pre-cooked, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we're just getting all of that all together, and yeah. So how much water leaf is this? I think that's always where I struggle when I'm making these soups. I don't know the quantity to use for what amount.
It sort of depends on how many people you are cooking for.
Yeah, because the thing about water leaf is that when you see it like this, it looks plenty. By the time you put it inside the pot now,
It's
it will
dissolved.
disappear.
Actually, the water leaf is like 95% water.
Water, wow. So by the time you put it in, all that water comes out. And
Yeah, everything goes.
yeah, so you were saying it depends on how many people you're cooking for.
Yeah, for this one, I think it's like 300.
Okay, 300 naira.
300.
Okay.
On the stockfish, maybe like 500.
Oh. Okay.
Thereabouts. It's not just a meal for like
How many people can you serve?
10 people.
10 people. That's a lot of people. If they eat really, really tiny. Okay, that's good. Because last time I went, I think I bought like 1,000 naira water leaf. But then again, I think it also has to do with markets I buy from. But anyway, so we actually chop the water leaf and then put it right in there. Right now?
Yep.
Great. Okay. Okay. Oh, nice. Alrighty, so you see how that is getting done. We have all of that getting prepped right here, and of course we have our yellow gari here to make the swallow in a bit. Anyways, it is now the top of the hour, and we're actually going to go on a quick break right now. And when we come back, there's so much more coming up.
It's Friday. It is, and it's Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilaya Oyinson.
And of course, my name is Mazino Appeal. This is one more hour to go for a Feel Good Friday, the final one for the entire week. We'll let you guys know exactly what we have coming your way already because we want to get into it.
We're going to be celebrating our viewers and their loved ones on birthday shout-outs very, very soon.
Hang in there.
Yes, sir.
And of course, still yet to come, we will be previewing and talking about the, well, actually, we have already done that. Look at my memory go all the way back to the first hour.
Speaking of memory.
Yes, speaking of memory, we are going to be having a very fun time playing a very interesting memory game, which we are going to be calling I Just Told You.
A memory game.
Stick around, the games today are going to be fantastic. Yes, indeed. One more hour to get it right, and that's what we're going to do here. By the way, I wanted to say, I don't know if you saw that post on, I can't remember where it was, but it was on Instagram about that kid who was going to school with his chair and his mother carrying his desk. Apparently, it riled up a few people because they thought, your mother should not be carrying your desk. And it brought back memories for me because I remember doing the same thing when I resumed at secondary school, first at grammar school, and I had to carry my desk to school. It was
But you carried it. It wasn't your mom.
Yeah, you know, of course. Yeah, you're supposed to do it yourself because I also feel that way too because I think it was a rite of passage for us as young men into secondary school type of thing. Everybody had to do it, and it just brought back memories. Did you ever do it?
No, I went to Queen's College.
Sorry, you're no vex.
You don't carry desks.
Winfried, I'm wondering if Winfrey ever carried her desk herself. Winfrey, Air Force people, did you people carry your desk?
From Lagos to Ibadan.
Wow. Wow.
Because I schooled in Ibadan. I wanted to carry we didn't. We actually didn't. And I mean, the kid was actually carrying the chair while the mother helped with the decks. I don't know, how was it meant to carry both of them?
Should have been the other way around, girl. I mean, that kid is a bit, I mean, it's your mother.
Wow.
She already done 9 months with you inside of her. Come on.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
Cute scene.
That's great. Finally, welcome. Joining us now for the show. Very interesting person here, Abdul Tijani Ahmed. He's a Nigerian filmmaker who has written and produced several films, documentaries, and also television commercials.
Yes, so he's worked on quite a few projects, including AMVCA-nominated documentary, Finding Euphoria, and many of others. The one that everyone is talking about right now, Brotherhood.
Ooh, Tijani, you were welcome, man.
Co-wrote, yes?
Yes, I co-wrote with Jade. Yeah.
Wow,
fantastic.
amazing stuff. Welcome
Great,
to the
man.
show.
Welcome. Perfect teeth, by the way.
Wow.
I'm always jealous of people who have perfect teeth. Just want to punch them so it's crooked.
No! Why?
Well, glad to have you here, man.
Thank you.
Film in Nigeria is something that's going like so. And
Yeah.
You're a big part of it as well.
Well.
Where do you think that we would be like in the next 5 years? Or let me rephrase that. Where do you think you're going to be in the next 5 years when it comes to how you guys are adding to this culture?
Well, at the rate at which the filmmaking industry is going, with streamers coming, the attention of international bodies on us, I think it's so far so good, considering where we've come from so far. And in the next 5 years, I think I see great things happening, much more investments, much bigger projects like Brotherhood.
Wow, yeah.
Projects that are twice as big as that. So yeah, the future is bright for Nollywood.
Grand.
So my question usually is for people that do both on screen and behind the camera, which do you prefer? Do you prefer to write, to call the shots, or to be in the shots?
That's a really difficult question. It's like choosing a favorite child.
No.
No, I think I love it. I love them equally. It's hard to pick. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's not a bad thing.
I would admit that I write more than I do any other thing. So,
Okay.
but, yeah. So if I had a gun to my head, I would just say writing.
Okay, gun to your head, maybe writing. Is it because of... So some say writers have like a God complex.
Yes.
So how have you been able to manage that?
I don't know. When people think so, but when you are the one doing it, you don't really see it that way. You just see yourself doing something you love, like creating and just expressing yourself. So yeah, I get where it comes from, saying writers have a God complex, but we don't see it that way. We're just doing what we love. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a thing where I write a thing and then people interpret it in different ways. Maybe the players in the game all have their different interpretations as a writer, and every other thing as well. Do you find that you kind of like get irked by the fact that people have different interpretations to your expressions?
Yeah. It happens a lot, but I think over the years I've learned to just take myself out of it.
Yeah.
Once film is a collaborative process, so you have to trust the other person to make choices that work for the story. So what I've learned to do is just remove myself once I'm done writing. Although it's important to talk to the writer and just discuss where the writer's head was at when creating stuff.
Exactly.
So, because it came from someone's mind. So just have a conversation, just involve the writer. But sometimes you hear ideas from another person and you're like, that's actually better than what I thought.
Even if after you've written it, you're like, okay, I didn't see it that way, but now that you put it that way. But could that also be responsible for people wanting to write, direct, produce, everything else?
Isn't that a Nigerian
Because you want to
thing?
keep... I'm kind of like that, personally. I'm a control freak. Like,
We know.
Well, maybe not a God but I really want to keep everything like, no, that's the original plan, guys. Keep it so is that responsible for writers becoming directors, producers, executive producers, assistant, logistics, everything?
Wow.
Not necessarily. Yeah, I get you get to a stage where you want to just control especially when you experience your work being butchered or something like that.
Yeah.
So you want to control the way it turns out, make sure that your vision is the way you imagined it. But not necessarily. There are people who just love wearing multiple hats like I do. Like I don't produce because I want my script. I'd rather produce a script that I didn't write, funny enough, because I want to bring someone else's vision to life and let someone else. Like I said, film is a collaborative process, so you have to trust people. You have to learn to trust people to bring...
I wanted to talk about Brotherhood. Do you want to ask a
Yeah,
question
I
about
did,
Brotherhood?
actually. I was going to talk about the different characters in Brotherhood.
Oh.
And so a lot of Nigerian writers, sad to say, just have a specific mindset about how the way the actor has been portrayed in other movies is the way I need him to be in this
stereotyping.
one. Stereotyping, that's the word. But this particular movie apparently broke a lot of boundaries on that. How did you put that together?
Well, to be fair, the casting for the film was done by Jade, who is the producer.
Okay.
And she also co-wrote as well. But in developing the character, I wanted to develop characters that are Nigerian, that people can relate with, and also show different dimensions of a human being. And the characters wanted characters that were well-rounded and show different dimensions to them. So, but when Jade was casting for the project, she wanted, like you said, break stereotype and cast actors that people will not see in that light. So yeah, that's how that.
But you know, there's a lot of work went into that movie, obviously.
Yes.
And there's a lot of pressure. There was a lot of pressure to make sure it worked. It was very risky. So thinking about the risk that was involved, writing it the way it was written, how were you able to work with the team on that?
Yeah, we had a conversation while writing that let's just write beautiful scenes. Let's just write. Let's not think about financial restraints. Let's not think about execution. Let's just leave that to production and just write. Let's let our imagination run wild.
Okay.
So that's how we're able to just not restrain ourselves. Because when you're a producer in Nigeria and you're writing, you tend to think, so I'm writing Third Mainland Bridge now. How are we going to shoot it on Third Mainland Bridge? So and stuff like that. But we just put that aside and just wrote what we felt was going to be a blockbuster.
Okay.
And a blockbuster it was because it's fantastic. All the
Thank you,
casting, the writing, production, fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, great one, man. Congratulations.
Thank you
You're
so
sticking around, aren't you?
Yeah.
How's your memory?
If
it's bad, it's going to be entertaining because you're sticking around for the games. Stay tuned. We've got the games coming your way inside of Wake Up Nigeria. And it feels good to be back in the saddle as the umpire for the games.
Yes,
it's been a while. I've been gone for a minute. Welcome, guys. Let's do the game for a Friday. It's
Game day!
Jenny, welcome to our culture.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, you might be a bit, but you'll get used to it. Hope your memory is good because it's a memory game. It's called I Just Told You. I mean, like, I just told you.
I just told you so.
The rules are, I'm going to read you guys a story, and I'm going to immediately ask you questions about that story.
Okay.
So listen up, because I'm about to tell you the answer. All right?
So are you reading one story for everybody?
No. One story for all of you, and then I'm going to
For
ask
all of us.
Yes.
Can I take notes?
One story each?
No, you can't take notes. It's a memory thing. All right, listen, because here we go. It's a short bedtime story. Are you listening? Dad walked into the kitchen, followed by the scent of a cool Hamilton breeze. He placed 4 bags of groceries on the counter, which Mom started to unload. Born in June, she's never had a preference for this season. Sister checked the bags, hoping for a special treat of red mangoes or green apples. Those were the best kinds. Brother simply stood still as a stone, gazing at his father's stained blue shirt. With a smile, Dad looked at the clock. It was 7:36 p.m. He unzipped the 4 zippers on his coat, and nestled in his pocket of his shirt were 3 little black creatures. Speechless at first, everyone stared as they realized they had more mouths to feed in the family with the inclusion of these dogs.
Okay.
That's the story.
Okay.
Now the questions. Y'all better get it
Can
right.
we listen to the story again?
No, you can't. Mike is in the corner keeping score.
Okay.
You guys,
Okay.
question 1.
Hey.
Now, don't rush into it, but the quickest person takes the point. Don't rush into it.
But you know, ask this question
Takes the
now.
point. What month was Mom born in?
June.
So you should
I
have
said it first.
We have to raise our hands.
Wait.
Is that quickest person?
You see, you should have waited for me to finish. I would have given that to you, but I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry, man. I'm gonna have to give it to her.
right.
She stole it. She practically usurped it.
Okay.
Question 2. That's 10 points for you. 0 for everybody else.
Okay.
How many zippers?
4.
You're supposed to wait for me to finish it.
No.
Mike, what do you think?
Can't wait.
Cancel.
Can't wait.
It's on 2, 4, yeah? All right.
But she broke the rule.
No, you broke the rule again, but
There's no
there's
rule.
no rules.
First,
So Mike says cancel the rules.
Yes.
So I guess we're going to give it to
Thank you.
Winfrey. That's
Okay.
20
Yeah, but
points.
he had 10 points before.
Don't worry. It's all good. It's
No, he
all
didn't,
good.
no.
Yeah, we're going to have to give him his points.
Yes.
10, 10, 0.
But I said that one first.
Fighting for you, even though
I said it, that he said it, and I said it.
No.
So you're going
All
to take
right.
my 10 points. Okay, no problem.
Here we go. What time did Dad reveal
7:46.
the puppies to the family?
7:46.
7 what?
7:46.
7 what?
7:46.
7 what?
7:46.
Tijani, come on, man.
7:30.
7 what?
6:47.
Nobody's got it right yet.
6:47.
7 what?
7:15.
7:46.
7:46.
7:47.
5.
7:45.
4.
7:55.
6.
3.
Gosh.
7:30 something, Sha.
2.
7:36.
Thank you.
7:36.
She got it. That's
got
10
it.
points each. 10 points each. 10 points each. Now, question 4.
7:36.
What colors
Green and red.
was Dad's stained shirt?
Blue.
Booyah!
Blue.
Yes.
She's coming from the bottom. Now she's here. Question 5. How many bags of groceries did Dad place on the kitchen
4.
counter? 4. 20, 10. Doggy. And you were leading before. Question 6, and this is the final question. You can level this up.
Just ask.
What was Sister hoping to find in the grocery bag?
Goodies, treats. Sweets, green treats.
Mangoes.
Oranges.
What color? What color?
Red
Oranges,
mangoes and
red.
green apples.
Booyah! We got a winner! No, it's okay, Mike. So you won with 30 points, 20 and 10. She started, but then she just lost at the end there. Tijani, thank you very much for playing. But the next round is actually about Wake Up Nigeria, and these two ladies are gonna play.
Hey,
But it's gonna be fun. Do stay tuned now. Don't go anywhere,
Me.
ladies.
Can Mike come into this one?
No, Michael, still listen. Let's play Wake Up Nigeria this week.
Ha.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Okay.
Here we go. What was the name of the book featured on yesterday's book chat?
I wasn't
with
on the
MM?
show yesterday.
Why did you not watch? It's not what paying you
But
for.
that is that. Titi was around.
Oh,
To
yeah.
leave and to cleave.
Oh yeah, 10 points.
But that's not fair. She was here. I wasn't here.
What me? I watched. I watched. Playing Wake Up Nigeria this week. What additional title did the entertainment expert Zainab Osoi have to her name that surprised me during the intro, causing me to double back to repeat it twice on Tuesday?
Oh gosh.
Why did you? What was it? Anybody out there? Anybody out there?
Anybody?
An awarded.
Ask the audience.
What was it? What was it?
Model.
MM, who should I give you a spot to?
Model.
Winfrey, you get it. Model. Yes, she said she was a model. She added it to her title.
Wow.
All right, another one.
I did it to her title.
Wake Up Nigeria this week. What additional... No, hang on. What book did I repeatedly say I have been reading all weekend? I said this more than twice.
Lord of the Rings.
I'll give it to you. 2010.
That was on Monday.
The Hobbit. I was going to say the
Lord of the Rings.
was
I
on
said that.
Monday. Yeah.
See, I've been planning this since Monday.
Yeah,
Now,
that's your question.
what color was Mike's shirt on Monday?
Purple.
Pink.
Red.
That was Tuesday.
Green.
What's
Black.
on Monday?
Of course it was here on Monday.
Purple now. It was purple now.
It was pink.
It was purple. It was
Mike, do you remember what you were wearing on Monday?
blue.
Even
Was
Mike
it
does
blue?
not-
Even
It
Mike
was
doesn't-
blue. Jesus.
Oh, this is
I'm going
fun.
to export this one.
Nope. Pink was on Tuesday.
It was pink now.
He wore pink on,
It was
on
pink
Wednesday.
right
He
here.
wore pink on Wednesday.
It was pink. That was me on Monday. That
Come
was
on.
Mike.
I was here on Monday.
Oh.
I was here on Monday, remember?
Sorry,
Galactic.
Oh, this Monday.
Yes, this
Oh,
Monday.
you wore cream. She wore green. I wore
Mike
black.
wore a
Mine wore white.
navy blue shirt.
I said blue now.
Navy blue.
But I
and
said blue now.
Mike, this is a message for you.
But I
wore-
said blue now.
Listen.
If I can't remember the color of your shirt.
Listen, guys. Listen, ladies.
But I said
Daddy, this is
blue
what I have to
now.
deal with.
I can see.
On Monday,
I
Mike
said
wore
blue
a
now.
blue suit and navy blue
But I said
shirt.
blue. You didn't
Which
blue
kind of
suit.
fashion choice is that?
I said blue.
Why did you wear that?
Mike, sorry, that wasn't me.
Why?
Moving on. Playing
But I
Wake Up
said
Nigeria
blue
this
now.
week. Somebody help me out. Who's leading? You leading?
Who's leading?
Yes, you're leading.
No, Winfrey's leading.
Playing Wake Up Nigeria this week.
We're leading. We're leading.
No,
What was the name of the chef assistant Mike kept referring to all morning on Tuesday because he wanted freebies from the chef?
hey, God, I wasn't here on Tuesday.
Yeah, that was I.
See, if anybody out there gets it,
Oh, my
give that person
goodness.
10,000 naira.
Olaide. Olaide.
Lolade.
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 We've got directors and producers in my ear.
Lolade.
They all wanted to.
Lolade.
You spoiled the game, guys. Come on, no.
So
Actually,
they've literally told us.
they told you guys so that
Allegedly.
yeah.
So we
You
have to
guys,
mark
you're enjoying the game. I understand. So we're scrapping that one. Moving on to our final question.
Okay.
Are you leading? You're leading, yes.
So far.
Sorry about that.
For now.
Now,
Not to lead. No,
final question.
It's fine.
We're playing Wake Up Nigeria this week. Full name, please. Who said the following this week on Wake Up Nigeria?
Goodness.
It's gonna be fun. Fire in my belly, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Omar Musa, the poet.
Australian rapper Omar
One day,
Musa,
one day.
congratulations. He said that yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. She was here yesterday.
I also hear, and on good authority, that Titi was crushing on the rapper.
Yeah.
It's okay, so that's why she remembers. Congratulations to Jenny. Thank you for joining us for the game. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be feeding you in just a minute.
Thank
Stay
you so
tuned.
much.
We'll be right back.
On the games.
Oh, yeah, that was a surprise, wasn't it now?
Yes, it was. I hardly ever win. But hey, we are all winners when Chef C is around.
And of course, they've been hard at work putting together afang soup and some yellow curry for you. We'd like you to try that out and tell us exactly what you think about it.
Hey,
Please
okay.
have a taste.
All right.
I love how you
It's strange having eba in the morning.
putting this.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
When you're a filmmaker, you eat
Oh, true. At weird times.
anything.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
What's it taste like?
Like heaven.
Says the writer. He's just trying to gas you guys up. Oh, that's fantastic. That's grand.
I find
Well
this amazing.
done. Thank you so much, Chef C.
Now,
Mike is in the back.
surveying.
Mike is in the back.
He's trying to survey, and see if the
Quality
pomo is
assurance,
tender
I
enough. But it's been a fabulous Friday, people. It's been
Yes,
an
it has
amazing
been.
week. We've had loads of fun right here on Wake Up Nigeria. This is how we do week to week to week, back to back to back. We're going to be back here on Monday morning, 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, everybody. Catch you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Now.